Imagine this, you're standing in a lush jungle, sunlight filtering through the canopy above. You're watching a chameleon perched on a branch, its skin shifting colors as it locks eyes with you, or so it seems. But here's the twist, the chameleon isn't seeing you the way you think. Its world is a kaleidoscope of ultraviolet patterns invisible to your human eyes. And just like that, the curtain falls on our journey into how animals see the world, a breathtaking revelation of hidden dimensions and untold stories. But then, before we dive into the science, let's rewind to where it all begins. Curiosity. Picture yourself staring at your dog as it tilts its head quizzically at a blank wall. What does it see that you don't? Or imagine peering into the ocean, watching a shark glide effortlessly through the water. Is it hunting by sight, smell, or something else entirely? These questions aren't just intriguing, they're gateways to understanding life from perspectives far removed from ours. So buckle up, because today we're going on an adventure, not just across landscapes, but into the very fabric of perception itself. By the end of this video, you'll never look at your pet, or even the world around you, the same way again. Centuries ago, humans thought vision was simple. Light hits the eye, boom, you see stuff. End of story. But science loves throwing curveballs. Turns out, every species has its own version of seeing, shaped by evolution and survival needs. Take bees, for instance. They can spot ultraviolet markings on flowers that guide them to nectar. Humans? Nope, not a chance. Then there are Mantis shrimp, whose eyes have 16 color receptors compared to our measly 3. 16. Imagine tasting 16 flavors when everyone else only gets 3. Mind-blowing, right? But here's the kicker, these differences aren't random quirks, they're adaptations. Evolution fine-tuned each creature's vision to fit its niche. Predators evolved sharp focus for hunting. Prey developed wide fields of view to spot danger. Every animal sees the world exactly as it needs to survive, and no more. Now imagine being able to step into those worlds, to borrow their lenses if only for a moment. Wouldn't that change everything? All right, back to our chameleon friend. Remember him? Let's zoom in closer. His bulging eyes swivel independently, scanning for threats or prey. One eye looks left while the other scans right, a superpower most gamers would kill for. But wait, there's more. Those UV patterns he sees, they're not just pretty, they're practical. Flowers use them to signal pollinators. Birds flash them during courtship displays. For the chameleon, they're maps guiding his next meal. Not all animals rely on color, though. Some ditch it altogether. Think nocturnal hunters like owls. Their world is grayscale, but oh, what detail! Shadows stretch and contract under moonlight, revealing movements invisible to us. But then, switchgears dive deep. Beneath the waves lies another realm of vision entirely. Sharks, for instance, don't chase shadows, they chase electromagnetic fields. Tiny gel-filled pores called ampullae of Lorenzini detect the faintest electrical signals given off by prey. To a shark, your heartbeat might as well be a neon sign. And then there's the mantis shrimp. Oh, the mantis shrimp. If animals had Instagram, this guy would dominate. With 16 color receptors, it doesn't just see red, green, and blue, it sees wavelengths beyond our wildest dreams. Plus polarized light? No problem, It's like having built-in sunglasses that also double as X-ray vision. What's wild is how differently these creatures interpret their surroundings. A shark's murky waters become a sensory playground. A mantis shrimp's coral reef transforms into a psychedelic masterpiece. But here's the question. If they could talk, what stories would they tell? Let's soar now, up into the skies where birds reign supreme. Have you ever wondered why hawks can spot a mouse from hundreds of feet away? It's not magic, it's biology. Raptors like eagles and falcons boast some of the sharpest vision on the planet, with eyesight 4 to 8 times stronger than ours. Imagine looking through binoculars that never blur, no matter how far you zoom. That's their everyday reality. And it gets better. Many birds of prey have 2 foci instead of 1. This dual setup gives them unparalleled depth perception, perfect for zeroing in on fast-moving targets. But not all birds prioritize precision over breadth. Pigeons, for instance, trade razor-sharp focus for panoramic views. Their eyes are positioned on the sides of their heads, allowing them to see nearly 360 degrees without turning, handy when you're dodging predators or navigating city streets. Migratory birds take things further. Using polarized light patterns in the sky, they orient themselves during long journeys. To them, the heavens aren't just blue, they're a roadmap etched in celestial hues. Now let's flip the switch, turn off the lights. Welcome to the nocturnal world, where darkness is anything but empty. Animals like owls and bats thrive here, relying on senses we barely comprehend. Owls, for example, have tubular eyes packed with rod cells, perfect for low-light conditions, but their real secret weapon, asymmetrical ear placement. Sound waves hit each ear at slightly different times, letting them pinpoint prey with eerie accuracy. Even rustling leaves can betray a hiding mouse. Bats take things further with echolocation. Picture this, they emit high-frequency calls, then listen for echoes bouncing back. In milliseconds, they build a mental map of their surroundings. To a bat, a pitch-black cave isn't scary, it's crystal clear. Some animals combine sight and sound. Take the tarsier, a tiny primate with enormous eyes. By day, it hides in dense foliage. By night, it leaps between branches, using both vision and acute hearing to hunt insects. What if we could borrow these abilities? Imagine walking through a dark room with perfect clarity, or hearing shapes instead of seeing them. Shrink down now, down to the ground level where insects rule. These miniature marvels may be small, but their vision is anything but limited. Consider honeybees. Not only do they see ultraviolet light, but they also process movement faster than humans. What looks like a blur to us is crystal clear to them. This rapid processing helps them dodge obstacles mid-flight while searching for nectar. Then there are dragonflies. With compound eyes covering most of their heads, they have nearly 360-degree vision. Each eye contains thousands of lenses, creating a mosaic of images stitched together by their brains. To a dragonfly, the world is a kaleidoscope of fragmented yet cohesive detail. And don't forget ants. Though their resolution is poor, they excel at detecting motion. A single twitch can send an entire colony scrambling. Some insects push boundaries even further. Fireflies communicate through bioluminescent flashes, turning nighttime meadows into living constellations. Moths navigate using the moon's reflection, guided by instincts older than humanity itself.
So what does all this mean for us? Why should we care about how animals see? Because perspective matters. Understanding their worlds reminds us that our version of normal is just one slice of a much larger pie. Bees teach us about teamwork and efficiency. Owls remind us to trust our instincts. Mantis shrimp challenge us to embrace complexity. And sharks? They show us the power of adaptation. There's another layer. By studying animal vision, scientists develop technologies inspired by nature. Cameras mimic insect eyes for wide-angle surveillance. Medical imaging borrows principles from mantis shrimp to detect cancer earlier. Even self-driving cars learn from how predators track movement. Ultimately, exploring how animals see enriches our own lives. It sparks creativity, fuels innovation, and fosters empathy. After all, the more we understand others, even non-human ones, the better equipped we are to share this planet responsibly. Remember that jungle we started in? Let's return there now. The chameleon still clings to its branch, watching silently. Only this time you see it differently. You know its secrets. You understand its world. As the sun sets, casting golden rays through the canopy, take a moment to reflect. Every creature around you, from the buzzing bees to the soaring birds, is experiencing this moment uniquely. Their realities overlap with ours but remain distinct, shaped by millennia of evolution. And isn't that beautiful? Isn't that humbling? Because in the end, understanding how animals see the world isn't just about science. It's about connection, about realizing we're part of something vast, intricate, and endlessly fascinating. So next time you look at your pet, or even a bug on the sidewalk, pause, wonder, ask yourself, what do they see? Every perspective tells a story. What will yours be?
I'm looking in the mirror, so foggy, but I've never seen clearer. I don't really think anyone can save me, and honestly I'm not really sure I want saving. I like to be my own worst enemy. There's no risk if you